months later, they reopened to a new world complete with masks and capacity limits.
For some, it was just too much to survive. It's estimated about 20% of restaurants in Ohio had to shut their doors. News 5's Jesse Schultz found the ones that are still running are trying to be better prepared should they ever face challenges like these again.
For the past 5 years, the Plum restaurant in Ohio City has been a place for so many to celebrate.
And going there for anniversaries and going there for birthday parties and stuff. And, we've had weddings in that space.
But this past year, they've seen more downs than ups.
We didn't know enough. We didn't feel our staff was safe. We didn't feel our customers were safe.
Co-owner Jonah Orsak says they did what they could to stay open. But with such a small space, it wasn't sustainable.
And it just got to a point where it just didn't make sense to keep going. So the idea was to wait till spring when we thought we'd know a little bit more.
And they do know more now. Orsak says they know they are going to reopen these doors.
We have the opportunity to press the reset button and change everything.
He says since they've been closed, his team has been trying to come up with a recipe for success.
If this would, God forbid, happen again, we wouldn't have to close down because we're kind of setting this up in an interesting way.
And like any good recipe, they found it's best to keep it simple. The Plum will soon be known as Heart of Gold.
Well, you walk in and it's kind of like, hey, find yourself a seat and then come up and order.
Finding ways to cut costs without cutting down on experience.
Everything that comes out of our kitchen and bar is going to be fully on compostable materials. So we don't need a dishwasher. We don't need the dishwasher chemicals. We don't need to staff extra people for that. I would rather trim all the fat of that and just be able to pay our workers more and have less workers.
John Barker with the Ohio Restaurant Association says in just a year, 4,000 Ohio restaurants have closed.
The world has changed so much in 12 months.
And for the ones that have survived, they had to evolve.
And they've been fighting. The ones that have made it, right, have been fighting and trying to change their business model. We think that technology and some of these changes got accelerated by 3 to 4 years in 1 year.
While Barker believes the industry is on the cusp of a turnaround, it will take time.
We think it might take the entire year to get everybody back to maybe even.
And while it's clear the industry will be forever changed, the heart will remain the same. Reporting in Ohio City, Jesse Schultz, News 5.
All right, thanks, Jesse. Highland Hills Police